Zeira's looking for you didn't seem too happy. Nothing you did. She's just stiffer than normal. And that's...
Back to the tomb? Your plan is to relive the Guild's greatest failure?
My plan is to get the Iron Wheel's boot off our necks. Good, you're here. I want to learn whether Magnifica Falorah's dowry was truly stolen from her family tomb. If it was, we find out who did. And if it wasn't, we complete the heist that Nicolas began. What's she gonna do? Send a second Iron Wheel? We return to Aldenobia Tomb, bypass the deadliest traps I've ever encountered, and then scour the treasure vaults for anything we can find. I appreciate the confidence, but too many good people died there the first time. We do this right, or we don't do it at all. Perseus Loke can give us an edge. He's one of the few living people to set foot in Magnifica Falorah's family tomb. Take Quen and collect him from his shop. Meet the rest of us on the road to Tanith by Prince's Gate. I guarantee Perseus Loke is no friend of the Iron Wheel. He's expecting you at the Diamond Thimble.
Hello.
Bit of a mess here. Maybe the clerk can tell us what happened.
This one shall lodge a formal complaint. What right has the Iron Wheel to march in here and smash our merchandise? Thugs. Thugs and hooligans! That's exactly what the Iron Wheel said, but much louder and with the shaking of fists. When they bellowed his name, I heard a loud crash upstairs. A distraction, of course. The Iron Wheel rushed upstairs as he slipped down through some loose floorboards. But he landed feet first in a tub of bright dye, covered his boots to the brim. That's also what the Iron Wheel said. Most of them gave chase. The rest tossed the room upon the floor and then gave chase. If you find him before they do, tell him Mamea deserves a raise.
You follow Loke's trail on the street.
Well?
I'll see if I can spot him from the rooftops. Hurry! Hurry! The Iron Wheel are on his trail!
You break the law.
Greetings. Yeah. Hail. Yeah. Ah, a friendly face. Good of you to join me on my unexpected jog. And I agree, this isn't my color. They must know of my previous involvement with your guild, though I can't begin to fathom how. Your former guildmaster, Nicolas, was it? He was the soul of discretion. And I am prepared to give Abba's landing a wide berth. I'd prefer to avoid the Iron Wheel, at least for the time being. Zeira mentioned a rendezvous by Prince's Gate, was it? I'd feel safer were someone to escort me there.
I don't need much.
Perseus Loke? I'll get you to Prince's Gate, safe and sound.
Would you happen to have a spare set of boots?
I don't think mine will fit you. Come along, we'll work something out.
Yeah.
I'll take a piece.
Camels are cantankerous, smell quite poorly, and are too phlegmy for polite company.
I need a break. You ever notice that camel herders drive hard bargains?
No better way to test your sartorial skills than to ride a camel while severely overdressed. If the chafing is less than excruciating, you're a true master. I carry a special potion for emergency situations. There are benefits to creating outfits for a certain
Everyone's accounted for. Did you have any trouble? Then we leave for the Kingdom of Tanith. The route is tricky and we'll be considered bandits if we're caught. But getting to the tomb isn't what worries me. If anything happens, well, it won't. Because I can count on you. What about it? Devious traps, vicious guardians, and likely, at the end of it all, a vault full of dust. I'd rather sit in the den with a bottle of wine and drink until Andari says I've had too much. But I'm in charge, so it doesn't matter what I think. It matters that we go. The last time I was here, the Iron Wheel wasn't camped in front of the tomb. Perfect. Scout ahead and find us a way inside?
If I may, there is an head to the tomb. Oh my! There it is! One moment, and I'll have it open. I hope. There we are. Watch for traps in there. The Yokudans did love their...
She knows how to do everything in this place, unless it's stealing a dowry.
No idea. Last time, Nicholas had me watch the passage behind us. There must be something in his... The journal says this chasm is called Shinji's Truth. Last time, we never made it across.
I can't see the bottom. Is there a bottom?
Throw yourself in. We'll see how long before we hear the splat.
Quen, walk softly. Look for hidden doors or switches. Velsa, you're with me. I need your help to walk Maluk's path.
And what of your protege?
Watching my back, should anyone try to stab it. Let's go. Forgive me, my old friends.
What did you say?
Nothing. Velsa, do you see that panel? Put your hand on it until I say otherwise.
For what reason?
When I set foot on Maluk's path, an aura of light will surround me. The darkness cannot harm us as long as you touch the panel.
So, what can harm you?
We could fall to our deaths, or the creatures within could devour us.
Well then, enjoy yourselves.
Velsa knows what to do, but we should speak before we cross. On the other side of Maluk's path is Tall Papa's Ewer, a very fancy name for a big vase. According to the journal, we'll need sacred ashes from inside the vase to reach the treasure vaults. So, this is it. We should get going. This is where they died. Edda, Dalder, and Nicolas. Swallowed by the darkness. I'm sorry, I can't talk about this. No use reliving the past. That's fair. Talking about it might calm my nerves. The darkness is unnatural. Breathe it in and it sickens you. To make things worse, the Guardians on the path attack anyone not of Denobia's bloodline. And then there's the path itself. It twists and turns. You don't know where you're going until you're out there. You'll see what I mean. Keep your wits about you. Stay with me inside the light and we'll make it through. I won't let anyone else die in here. Here we go. Don't wander, or the darkness itself will flay you alive. We're still moving. Keep holding the panel. Elder. What happened to their bodies? And where is Nicolas? I could hear their screams as I held the switch. I had to do something. I couldn't... There's no end to the darkness.
Zeira, my arm's getting tired.
Don't you dare release that panel! Don't antagonize it. We made it. That must be the vase. Sorry. Tall Papa's you. Wait. That lamp belonged to Nicolas. I watched it go out. I heard him die. Falorah must have come here to investigate. She could have picked it up and brought it here. Nicolas couldn't have survived. Could he? That lamp definitely belonged to Nicolas. I procured it for him. I saw him drop the lamp. It hit the path and went out. And all I remember is darkness and pain. I just grab the ashes so we can leave. I don't want to spend any more time in this place. Bring the ashes. We should return to Quen and walk softly. Velsa? You could let go of the panel.
I know what you did.
What?
I know how they died. How you killed them.
That's low, Velsa. Even for you.
Always had to be the hero. Be the Guildmaster's darling.
You're cracked. I didn't need anyone's approval.
You held the panel. From here you saw the creatures closing in. You thought you could save them. Only you! So you released the panel, grabbed your weapon, rushed out to meet them.
I could have saved them.
Because in your head, you are the hero. But the light faded. The darkness rushed in and ate them alive!
I tried to reach them.
And the darkness tried to eat you alive, so you had to recover from your wounds. That's why you didn't return to Abba's landing. At least not soon enough.
I crawled from the tomb. The darkness... You can't imagine the pain.
You were the only one who could have warned the Guild. Who could tell them the Iron Wheel was coming.
Velsa, stop.
Zeira, you were never the hero. You were always a thief. Now, you're just a shadow.
Quen, it's a bad idea.
Words escape me.
Someone tell me what I'm seeing.
We heard strange noises in the chasm. Stone grinding against stone. Quen, well...
I found this invisible bridge.
So you followed my advice and threw yourself into the chasm.
The ashes. Spread them on the bridge to see where it leads. And Quen, get back from there. Clear the way. We'll be right behind you. The door to the treasure vaults, just through this crypt. We made it.
Do all crypts come with whatever that is?
Every tomb needs a guardian. And old Yokudan saying, wasn't it?
Your introduction is formless and without grace. Recite Denobia's maxim.
That's alarming.
Velsa, Quen, walk softly. Stay back. If it's hostile, we'll handle it.
Recite Denobia's maxim, or you shall be deemed trespassers.
It must be some kind of passphrase. If you have any ideas, now's the time to call them out.
You can't seriously expect us to...
Falorah!
Yokudan!
Passphrase!
Gaiden Shinji!
Idiots.
Velsa, you aren't even trying.
Trespasser! Denobia's justice falls upon
Did you
you!
hear that a bunch of scholars and treasure hunters were trapped in the Library of Dusk? I'll meet you at the hideout.
I honestly thought it would kill us all.
Come on, let's see what's in the treasure vaults.
That page, is it from the journal Nicolas kept? Tuwaka watches over you. The passphrase for the Crypt Guardian? I nearly had it.
Let me see that. Nicolas used half maps like this. Thin overlays placed atop existing maps. You line them up with common points of reference.
What's wrong with that skeleton? Missing its head. Looks like it was hacked off. Must have been done by whoever stole the dowry. But why desecrate a skeleton?
Nicolas survived somehow. He came here and took Magnifica Falorah's dowry for himself. I don't want to believe it, but this is his handwriting. But it could have been taken from his journal. 3 points on this sheet. Nicolas always used a Baz landing and no trash he left behind?